Hey, this is Chad with Munday Scientific at Microscope Marketplace. Today we're talking about something a little different. We have a Nikon Ni-U microscope. This one's set up for Mohs surgery and pathology. This is going to a Mohs surgeon out in Minnesota, I believe. Minnesota, Missouri, somewhere with an M. But anyway, we have a nice tilting ergonomic head. It telescopes out, so you can sit back further in your chair. If you like to stand up, like a lot of Mohs surgeons, you can stand up, telescope it out, and you won't have any neck or as much neck pain or any kind of problem. The ergonomics are really nice on this scope. So you have 10x by 22 millimeter field of view eyepieces. Your starting point is this line here. You want to make sure it's right at that line. See the line? Can you tell?
No.
It's right there, that line. We're going to do it right there. If you can't really see it on the camera, well, you'll notice it whenever you get the scope. There is a line there when it focuses out. These notches here, when you put the eyepiece in and it rotates in, it clicks, and then you can work the focus on each eyepiece. The interpupillary distance, very, very smooth on this scope. If you ever want to add a camera, you can send light to the camera by pulling this pull rod. The camera would go into the back here. Show this, Mike. The camera would go into the back there. I'll show you how to take that out really quick. You'd put a 2 millimeter Allen wrench in here, loosen that, and this cap comes off. You can put the camera insert right there. That would be called a C-TEP is what that part number is. You might have a 2 or a 3 after it, depending on which version. They all work the same on this scope. So we're going to keep on going. We have a nice 6-place nose piece from Nikon on this scope. We have a Plan Apo 2X, a Plan Apo 4X, Plan Apo 10X, and a Plan Apo 20X. The customer or the user of this microscope was not going past 20X, so that's all we put on there to save money on their budget. 2 millimeter Allen wrench does pretty much everything on this scope. We're going to send a pack of these wrenches, these WIA wrenches. I like this. This particular set, you can do basically anything with most microscopes. It's a metric set. We're going to send that with the user, but right here, use the 2 millimeter Allen wrench. They are familiar with Nikon, but I'm going to show you for the video. Give that a loosen. With the stage lowered, it goes out and down. So out and down.
You don't just slide it off.
You just don't slide it off. See that notch right there? That's why you got to go out and down. If you try to slide it off, it's going to catch this backside. You won't be able to get it off. You'll be frustrated. It's nice to know. We're going to put some objective caps in here too, but you got the Apo 2, 4, 10, 20. These lenses are all parfocal. Super nice, super nice microscope. We put a nice new stage on this scope for this customer. A lot of Mohs surgeons push the slide with their fingers, but the particular doctor likes to use the coax control. So we hooked them up with a nice new stage. Nice slide holder, right-handed slide holder, super smooth. If they want it a little bit looser or more stiff, you can spread the X and Y control. You can tighten it up right there or loosen it, whatever you prefer. We have a flip top condenser on this scope. So we'll raise it up, lower the substage. This is another 2 millimeter Allen wrench to remove the condenser. You're going to loosen this. We gave them the dual knob on both sides. You got on the left side or the right side. Depends on how they want to flip it. They can do it both sides now. I really like this condenser from Nikon because a lot of scopes will have it out on one side or the other, and who knows who's going to use it and which way they prefer or which way is comfortable for them. So this way, it's nice and comfortable for them. So that's the one that we prefer to send and one we prefer to use. On this microscope, you have a 12 volt, 100 watt power supply and lamp house. It is very, very, very bright. So you can turn this scope all the way up. It's super bright. And then you have another on and off position button right here. So you can turn the scope on right here, and that gives it power. If this is in the on position, you can turn the scope on and off with this button right here. You have a field diaphragm right down here. So you can use that to set color illumination. We have another video on how to set color illumination, but you go to the 10x objective, close this down, make sure your top element's in, and then you'll be able to follow that process. We have lots of processes on how to do that. We have written information, and we have videos on how to do that. If you need help with that, make sure you can, when you do that process, you make sure that your objective is going to be as parfocal as it can be. So when you go from objective to objective, there's not a lot of focus with the fine focus. You have these neutral density filters down here. So if it's up, if it's pressed in, it's out. See how much brighter it got? If it's in, see how much darker it got? With that one, this one right here, this is your daylight blue filter. You want this one in, because what it's going to do is it's going to change the contrast of the bulb. It's going to be like a yellow halogen bulb. It's going to burn yellow. If you go down with it, see how it turns to that nice crisp white blue? That's going to really have a nice bright looking white background. The pathologists and users in a clinical application absolutely love that. So we're going to show you one last thing on the scope, then we'll put it back together. I'm going to turn it off and unplug it. With it off and unplugged, I'm going to show you how to remove the lamp house. So off and unplugged, you're going to screw this out. And the reason I'm showing you this is so, I'm going to show you this so we can see on how to change the bulb. So right here, Mike, can you show that? Can you see it, or do I need the flashlight? I'm going to use the flashlight. Really. Yeah, flashlight. See that screw hole right there? Still kind of hard to see, but anyway, it's right there. 2mm Allen wrench. You loosen that up, and this lamp house comes off. When that lamp house is off, now it's going to be hot because we've been running this thing. You're going to use your Allen wrench set that we're sending you. 3mm Allen wrench goes right here. Loosen that up. That comes off. There's your bulb. So when we sell a scope, we put a brand new bulb in here, and then we'll send you 2 other brand new bulbs. So if it ever goes out at an inopportune time, you can change it. You would press these 2 prongs down, grab that with a chem wipe, pull it out, put the new bulb in, and release the prongs. Nothing to it, very simple. We have a lot of videos on how to do that, change the bulb, but that's something you need to know. And then you put the cover back on, tighten it down. Once that's tightened, slide it back in. Sometimes you have to back this screw out a little bit further. It wasn't going all the way in. And it's a really precision fit. See how much further it went in that time? Maybe you couldn't tell from the photo, but whenever you're doing it, you'll know that it ain't in as far as it needs to be. So we'll tighten that in, tighten that down. That's tightened back. These prongs right here, see how they got these notches on the side? They only go one way, but the thicker notch goes to the top. That screws in. Plug it back in. Now we got light again. So we'll put this scope back together. So when you get this microscope, it'll be disassembled for packing purposes. We're going to take the head off just so you can see how it's going to be when you get it. So it's going to look something like this. There'll be a block of foam underneath the stage to ensure the Z-axis is blocked and doesn't get any kind of damage. So you remove that foam block. First thing I like to do is put the head on. This flange right here goes under these 2 little notches. Always leave your hand on the scope while you're tightening it down and give it a little wiggle. Make sure it's nice and tight. So now that that's tight, with the stage off, let's put the nose piece back on. Remember how we couldn't slide it all the way out. You got to go in the middle, up, and back. It's a little tricky. Sometimes, because it's so tricky, we'll ship this microscope with the nose piece on. This customer has used a Nikon before, so we'll probably ship it with it off, because I'm sure they're familiar with it. And then the stage. So the stage goes on, 2.5 right there. Make sure it's nice and tight. Raise up the focus. Then you would set color illumination right there on the 10X. And this microscope's good to use. So if you got any questions on this particular microscope, you can reach out to us at info@mundaymicroscope.com. You can always give us a call at 919-775-5596. If you need to purchase this scope or any other Nikon parts, Olympus parts, anything to do with your microscope, you can find it at microscopemarketplace.com. And if this video brought you value, please like and subscribe. Thanks.